All right, hi. So this is target one fraction. So hopefully you've played this game, and hopefully I figured out a good way to do it in school there. So it says in target one fractions, players choose three numbers to create a whole number and a fraction that have a product close to one. Their score is the difference between their product and one. So again, so those three numbers, one creates a fraction, the other one is a whole number, and then we multiply those two things together. And again, we are wanting to get as close as one as possible. So when you get your number or you get your result, your product after those two factors being multiplied together, then you find the distance from one, and that's kind of your score. So Claudia is playing target one fractions. She has these cards 2, 3, 5, 5, 8. Help Claudia by choosing three cards and writing an equation she will solve. I'm a little confused by those instructions because it says write an equation she will solve, but an equation does have the solution there, doesn't it? Isn't it an expression one that doesn't? Anyway. All right. So what do I think would get us closest to one? Well, I mean, you could do 5 over 5 is 1 times 2. That's 2. What about 2? I see 2/3, 2/5. 2/8, 1/4. So we have 2/8 there. We have 2 over 8. So 1/4 of 5 is pretty close, isn't it? 1/4 of 5. 1/4 of 3, is that closer to 1? I don't know. Because it feels like 1/4, because we have 2/8. I think that's where I'm going to go. I don't know what you all decided. If I have 2/8 times 3, or 2/8 times 5. See, I don't even know if we're supposed to solve this or not. Should we solve it? I mean, I feel like we should solve it. Well, I don't really see any way to make this simpler. 1/4. I don't see an 8 here. 4. Okay, an eighth of 4. I can make this is equal to 1/4 times 4 plus 1/4 times 1. Again, because 5 is 4 plus 1, I can do this. It makes my life easier. And I get a better understanding of the number instead of just multiplying it and going, oh, it's 10/8. Okay, well, what is 10/8? Do you know what 10/8 is? I kind of know what 10/8 is, but if you don't know what 10/8 is, then, or its relationship to 1, this might be easier. So 1/4 of 4 is equal to 1. And then plus, 1/4 times 1 is 1/4. So that'd be 1 and 1/4. That's pretty close to 1. Should we see what 2/8 of 1/4 of 3 is? So this equals 1/4 times 3. I mean, that's just 3/4, isn't it? There's no other way to look at that. They're the same. Look at that. This is 1/4 away. This is 1/4 away. Cool. Again, I don't know if we were supposed to go through all that, but again, I like math and thinking about things, so that's why I did that. Ernesto is playing target one fractions. He chose these cards 2, 3, 8. He made the problem 8 times 2/3. What is 8 times 2/3? Show your work. All right, so I have 8 times 2/3. Again, I could know that this is 8 groups of 2 over 3, which is 16/3, and that's great. That's great that I know that I can do 8 times 2, right? Equals 16/3. That's good. That's nice. If I know then what 16/3 is, do I know how to go from 16/3 to understand how close I am from 1? Because 1 would be what? 3/3, right? So that's 13/3 away. That seems to be a lot. We could also try and think about how I could split 8 into, I have that third there, so 6. So that'd be 6 and 2. So I could say 8 times 2/3 is the same as 6 times 2/3 plus 2 times 2/3. And that is equal, 1/3 of 6 is 2, so 2/3 is 4. 4 plus 4/3, which is equal, We got to take that one whole out. So that would be 5 1/3. Man, he's way away. I don't think that was a good call, Ernesto. 4, he's 4 1/3 away from 1. How else could you arrange the numbers? Let's see. What's a better way to go about doing this? 2 8s, 1/4 of 3. There, we figured that out up there. I would do that. I would do that too. 2 8s times 3. I already did all that work up there. Maybe that's why I did all the work, because I knew it was coming. I didn't. I promise. I didn't know it was coming. So again, 2 8s of 3 is the same thing as 1/4 of 3, which is the same thing as 3/4. What is our score? Our score is 1/4. What is the difference between your score and Ernesto's score? Oh, so we have 4 1/3 minus 1/4. Ooh, man. So, sorry. So we have to, what do we have to do? You tell me. Okay, good. We have to get all those denominators to be the same, right? So I'm going to do my little ratio table over here. So I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 4, 8, 12. Again, I was doing multiples of my denominators so I could find a common denominator. So 12 is our common denominator. So this equals 4 and something twelfths. Okay, well, 1/3 to twelfths would be 4 twelfths. Again, 3 times 4 is 12. 1 times 4 is 4. Minus something over 12. So how many 1/4 is how many twelfths? 3 twelfths, because it's 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 3 is 3. So now we have 4 and 4 twelfths minus 3 twelfths, and that gives us, we are 4 1/12. There's a 4 1/12 difference between our score and Ernesto's, at least my score. If you did some different work, then there's that chance. So, there are other things you could have done, right? You could have done 3 halves of 8. That would have been way worse. That would have been bad, because that's over 1 times 2/3 of 8. He did that. 3 8ths of 2. Is 3 8ths of 2 better? Oh man, 3 8ths is like close to half. I didn't even think about that. Well, goodness gracious, shouldn't we find out what 3 8ths of 2 is? So I double 3 8ths, and that gives me 6 8ths, which is the same thing as 3. Oh, whew. Okay, it's the same thing. That was a close one.